Hi everybody, I am Lee Hill, your hair coach, and I'm actually driving in Miami traffic. And I was like, I didn't post a video yesterday, so I definitely wanted to post one today. How is everybody doing? I'm your hair coach, and today I want to talk to you guys about y'all gonna see me like looking on the road because I don't want to be in no accident. But today I wanted to talk because I was having this discussion with a few of my friends. I actually don't do hair anymore. Like, I teach on it, but I don't do hair anymore. And I had a really good friend that was like, hey, can you do my hair? Because she had a big event that she was going to, and I think it's DC she was going to, and she was just like, I just want something simple or whatnot. And I was like, oh my God, I haven't, it's like, man, but it's kind of like riding a bike when you get on. But I was thinking about it. She was showing me like the places, the hairstylists that she was dealing with and she was going to. And I was like, I wonder why we never go to, because she has beautiful long hair and stuff. And I was thinking to myself, she was like, she goes to another girl or she'd rather come to me. But I was telling some other friends about it, and they were like, why didn't she just go to one of the malls, because it was like a last minute thing. And I said, we don't really go into the malls. Now, and I can explain why. I think you may have a different outlook on it, or maybe you had an experience with it, and I would love for you to share that on the comments, right? But from my experience as a hairstylist, hair loss specialist as well, for over 20, I keep saying 22, but it's actually 24 years. One of the reasons why is, number one, when you go into the beauty world, a lot of us, let's say, typically we know how to do hair. Like the person that goes to beauty school, she already knows how to do hair. That's the norm, right? If she's black. Not saying everybody, but typically that's the norm, right? So you go into the beauty school world because you want your license, because now you want to work in a salon, you want to be legit. I don't know if they even saying that word anymore. But you want to be legal, right? And so that's the reason why you go. And a lot of times we pick schools that are all black. Now, from my experience, I didn't pick an all black school. I thank God that my ex was like, no, go to this school, because it was pivot point trained. And I hated it. The first week I was stressed. No, the first month. I was so stressed out because I was out of my comfort zone. And everybody in there, even though it's Miami, it's Miami. So everybody was Hispanic. And here I am, the black girl, and they only taught like 45 minutes on relaxers. That just gives you an idea. But everything else was, you couldn't go to the next level unless you knew how to cut. You knew the different levels of cutting. You knew how to do dimensional color, dimensional haircuts, pivot point, so it's a technique that they teach you, which is really, really cool, because I can look at anybody's hair and be like, that's a uniform cut, that's it, Anyway, I'm getting besides the point. But the point that I'm making is that because I had that experience when I came out of the salon, which a lot of black hairstylists don't do when I came out of the salon, I did go into a black salon, because I was like, I got to stay up on my stuff, and I didn't know how to do weave at that time. So I chose a black salon. It was one of my mentors that I absolutely love, Miss Patty, who was in the game for like 30 years. And so I sat up under her and got some training from her, and then another stylist, Pearl. And then after that, let me stop jumping lanes before I be done. Then after that, what did I do? I ended up keeping that job, but I did also a smart style, a Regis hair salon. And the cool thing about Regis hair salon is that you don't really want to go in there unless I don't want to say you want to go in there. When you go in there, you want to ask the person how long have they been doing hair. If they're new out of school, you really don't want to go with them, because they let us practice cutting your hair and coloring your hair and doing different things. And even though we may understand the theory, it takes time to build up to get to that point. Now, some people are just ace boom coon, but for me, it was different when you cutting hair on a mannequin than you touching a men's haircut. So it took some practice, but of course that's one of my strong points is cutting hair, right? All right, so I say all this to say that I did both because I wanted to sharpen both of my skill sets. But a lot of times hairstylists don't want to go into, black hairstylists don't want to go into those places because they want to be around their own people. They went to school, we was around, it was all black or whatever, and I want to do it here, right? So, and then there also, you can be intimidated because typically when you go into those mall salons or Regis or Smart Style salons, they're typically, it's 80% Caucasian and then it's 20% us, if that, or other races, I'll say that, right? It's probably like 5% us. I don't know if things have changed, maybe they've changed, but from what I see when I pull up still to this day, I see that, and so I had a time where I actually I became a manager at a Smart Style. Yeah, Smart Style. I became a manager, and I was living in North Carolina at the time, and I met one of my friends that became one of my best friends, Fallon, and she was good, and because she did everybody's hair like I did, and I was like, dang, that's cool. And we created a bond, and then I was like, I'm hiring all black girls in here and see how I do. Y'all, when those people in Concord, North Carolina saw that it was number of black stylists in there, oh baby, we had it on lock. We'll be walking up to the gate and we got a line waiting on us. Okay? They was like, oh my God. So I was proud of that. They was coming there getting their relaxers, they was getting their, extensions, color. They was doing everything because we were in the salons. But the Caucasian people, the women and the husbands, the children, they were complaining because we were so booked, we couldn't take in just walk-ins. And so the manager was like, you can't keep booking all these relaxers and stuff. And that's when I understood that, they created that type of going through really not for us, because our stuff takes longer. We're in there, unless they're getting a color, but you understand what I'm saying? Like, they don't want that. They want people to come in and get their haircuts. They got these deals going on. They really wanted that. It wasn't geared towards us. So that's one of the reasons why you don't see a lot of black women going into black salon. Now, we do have some that they only trust that, like the JCPenney's. They only trust those hair salons. However, those you have corporate America women, but it's still not a lot. So that's one of the biggest reasons why. The other reason is you feel like if she not black, she don't know how to do my hair. But it's a lot of Caucasian. I don't want to keep saying Caucasian, but other race of people that can do hair better than we can. Your hair. You know what I mean? They are skilled, and not only they can style and design your hair, they also take better care. I don't like to hear that, but yes, because they only know how to do it a certain way. Do you know, and that we had this experience where this lady it was a Caucasian lady came into an all black salon. My friend Fallon ended up opening her own salon. And so she opened a salon, and the woman came in and she was like, I need highlights and I want color. And I think Fallon quoted her a price of $65. The lady left. She was like, why is it so cheap? That's the difference. Because typically you do highlights and that starts at $120. You see the difference in things? So yeah, we don't want to do that, and then we don't want to pay the price. That's another reason. But the main reason is if we don't see ourselves in there, we're not going to support it. You know what I mean? And nowadays, a lot of women are not even going into salons because they're sick of the 3, 4, 5 hours to get their hair done. The whole day is gone. They're sick of the, canceling for unnecessary. What are you canceling for? They sick of what they have now, deposits. I never did deposits, so that's a new thing for me. But I guess for the ones that be canceling and stuff like that, I don't know. So, to believe it or not, a lot of women are not even doing the salon thing. Come on. Sorry, y'all. And like, it's a merge and she's braking and she almost hit me. Anyway, so that's a little road rage. That's all the road rage you'll get from me. So yeah, those are the reasons. The reasons are, number one, you don't, a lot of black hairstylists don't go and work in those salons. And then one more thing, black hairstylists don't like commission-based salon, which is crazy to me, because a commission-based salon, you're going to make more money. There's no cap. But when you're in a booth rental situation, if your booth rent is $175 or $200 a week, that owner, she's capped at a certain price. And for you gotta bust your butt. You gotta do at least 4 or 5 heads to get that, and then you can only do so many heads there. When you're in a commission-based salon, you can do something like a 70-30. The salon gets 30, you get 70%. This is how it goes, guys. But if you got somebody in there that's getting a $300 hairdo, you know, they talking about color cut, because you're doing all race of hair, which I would recommend, you are limitless. But so that's one of the reasons too. So they think commission based, they don't make any money. Number two, they're intimidated. Black hairstylists are intimidated by going into a salon where the base of the people are Caucasian, right? Number three is, you guys don't come into the salon because you don't see us in there, or you just don't believe that they can do our hair, right? These are some of the myths. And the last, but definitely not the least, what did I say? You don't believe that, this, that. The last, but definitely not the least, is the paying the price for it. So those are my thoughts on why women don't go in, black women don't go into those salons. Believe it or not, you wouldn't even sit there for hours either. That's the other thing. I don't know if it's changed, but from when I was in there, it was like you can't have people sitting. So, you know, enlighten me. Tell me why you have never been in a salon, or if you have, what's your take on it? All right, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.